there's another more specific and maybe not as common, but maybe a mass tort type of situation where you have defective medical devices, you have defective prescription drugs. I can think of a couple of examples. Accutane, for instance, it was being prescribed for folks that had very severe acne, but we're finding out that that drug actually causes Crohn's disease and irritable bowel syndrome, and there are a number of issues involving the manufacture of that drug, and actually it's an unsafe drug because those incidents are still occurring and will continue to occur. And then another example would be Fosamax. It's been heavily prescribed for older women to treat osteoporosis. But some of those women now, they're finding out with long-term use that Fosamax is actually causing the bones to become brittle. And a lot of these women are having non-traumatic fractures, taking a step off of a simple step in a stair, and fracturing their femur, fracturing the ball. So that's another example of maybe not something in the mainstream, but there's a lot of people suffering from that type of things. I can think of the pain pumps. A lot of men who are getting shoulder surgeries and actually having pain pumps intra-articularly placed in their shoulders. They're finding out that the anesthetic is breaking down the cartilage tissue and causing chondrolysis, which is a very severe condition which necessitates the removal of the head of the shoulder joint and the replacement of the shoulder. And that's certainly not something that those people bargained for when they first started having this drug or anesthetic prescribed. It was not, they were not informed that that was a possibility. And I'm sure, John, you probably have some friends that would not have undertaken that type of treatment had they certainly known.
That's exactly right, and you did a great summary there, but there are other drugs like birth control pills like Yaz and some others that have caused very serious side effects. And with Fosamax, one of the major problems is not only short bone fractures like in the jaw, but they're also now finding long bone fractures. And they had tests that made people think their bones were getting stronger, and those tests were just really measuring density, not strength. So many women felt good and felt confident that they were doing the right thing relative to osteosporosis, when in effect they were getting like a false reading.
We'll defend the doctors on that issue as well. They were getting the raw deal as well. They were not being informed that there had been studies that indicated that this was a result. But their interest in selling as much of the drug as possible to the American people motivated them to hide the information that now it's being discovered that should have been given to the FDA, that should have been revealed to these folks. And that's what makes it a real tragedy.